Hey everyone, welcome back. In today's video, I want to carry on our discussion about Addicted.fun. But before we move on, I just have to mention that this is not a financial advice. Everything what I'm saying here is only for education and entertaining purposes. Okay guys, so yesterday I created another video about this, the first one in a series, and in the previous one I just showed you how to log in, how to set up the whole thing, what you need to get to invest, what type of money we are talking about. Okay, so now that's the second part. Okay, so we are 24 hours later, and let's see what's happened there. Okay, so if you haven't watched the previous one, okay, on my previous video, when I actually created the whole thing, I had to spend a half a soul to open this. Plus, I had to go into. I had to buy one of those packets for that. Back then there was a 300 weeds. You had to pay tokens. You had to pay for it, okay? And those tokens were costing us 40 cents. That's the level I was buying. Okay, so I spent 40 cents to buy those. So it was about another half a soul. So in total, I spent about one soul, 1.07 soul, something like that. Okay. And the promise was, okay, well, it was not a promise, but the calculation showed me that I should get like 1,500 tokens per day, okay, which was amazing, because if I was getting this, okay, so let's say that I had like 1,500 per day, all right, and I was keeping that. I was hoping that for the price will stay at the same level at least, okay, but as we can see, this level is actually holding strong. Okay, so we are still around 40 cents, right, which is a good news, right? So the thing is that okay, so let's go and do some calculations. Okay, so that was 600, right? Then back then, yesterday, I think I calculated something that it was holding about 30 cents or something like that, 400 something. I was supposed to make. I should double it, right? That was my understanding. I should double it, okay? And let's say that the price was holding that at 40 cents. So if I get that 1,500, I should double. I should be way off, like well off, right? So that should be the initial investment was $233. So with all those prices hold steadily since then, okay, of the token, I should receive. My calculations was between 400, I think 40 something. Now it's because the price is 40 cents, I should get 600, right? Okay, now question is, why I don't see that one here? Okay, all right, so basically, since I started about 8-10 hours in the game, okay, I noticed that despite the fact that it was showing me here that I should get, I think the total grow power was 1,100 back then. I don't know why it showed me 1,500 when I started off, but anyway, that's probably one of those things of tokenomics, which I will be very keen to see it, but actually I cannot see all those details, precisely being explained, which I don't know if it's the common thing in those type of games. This is the last time I played this type of game was way back when there was baked beans, all these bits and pieces we all remember. If not, go and check it out on YouTube. That was back 2022, I think 2023, when those type of games were starting to get more and more popular. Okay, so now I noticed that this was really dropping significantly. Okay, so 700 was something like that. Okay, so then, okay, and in 10 hours, I think I had about 150 tokens, 152 tokens, something like that. Something like that. I was getting in per those 10 hours. Okay, so that was something, right? The price back then was something around 36. It was ranging the same thing. Okay, so I was thinking, okay, so if I got this 150 tokens, okay, and if I multiply that, I think that back then was something like around 32 cents. All right, I had a $48, right? So I couldn't see that to be, to make it at least, break even from the time I invested originally. But anyway, so I decided, okay, we were on the chat with the other YouTube creator, and one second, I'm gonna find him. So I just want to recommend that for you guys. You can go watch his videos. Just once. There we go. Yeah, it's his name is his YouTube channel is called Hybrid. Okay, I highly encourage you to go and watch his videos. They are very informative. Okay, I do like his content. Okay, and yesterday he was actually doing the live stream. Okay, and then so I jumped in and inside that live stream, and we just talk about we talk about an hour or so, about this project. Okay, so there was a few scenarios. He was earlier than me, like he was very early the adapter. Okay, so he was, I think, within the hour or two inside the project. I was about 12 hours then after, or maybe even 18 hours, something like that. Okay, so he had a much more advantage, because in those type of projects you have to be very early to really score, right? So he had the advantage of being very early. Okay, and I was a little bit late. So then I decided, okay, while I'll be on that live stream, that look, I think I'm gonna claim that, right? So I claimed 152. Once I claimed it, I got actually 142 for 48. So I think they have about 2% tax if you claim those with tokens. Okay, so bear in mind here. So I had this 148. So I had to go and buy another two tokens, so I just spent I bought 6 tokens for $2, something like that. Okay, there was not much anyway. But anyway, in the meantime, they actually introduced this booster pack and farm upgrades for 50% off, right? So it's still there for 6 hours. Okay, so if you want to go and take an advantage, guys, please log in. If you haven't done so yet, we can use my code. It's if you still want to jump in inside the project, please feel free, but do your own research, basically. Okay, in those type of projects you need to be early. Okay, I'm not saying that you are still now it's too late. I'm just saying that you have to do your own research, right? So I got and about this 150. I spent that 150 tokens for this additional pack. Okay, and because I got this additional boost of Gorilla Glue. Okay, I got this because you never know what you get after if you purchase. Right, you might get this really small 100. Okay, 100 multiplier. Basically, that's what it does. And there is a chance you can go legendary for 300,000. If you score this one, you're golden, But I was I was happy enough to get those two of those, right? First one, when I actually started off, I bought for once half a soul. You get in this by default. Then you need to go and buy something if you want to really play that game. So that's the 1,000, and then another 1,000 I got by purchasing this the second one yesterday. That was yesterday evening. Okay, so that was great. Okay, now and I got this right. So and then my farming power went the total grow power went to 2,100. Okay, and the farming power was saying like 1,300 something. Okay, now how it works is basically later you are inside this game, there's less advantage you have. If you're earlier, there's more power you get because you are earlier adapter, right? So everyone who actually jumped on it in the first day, in the first hour, in the first 2 hours or something like that, they are absolutely they're crushing here. Okay, but the other thing is, if you want to go and join and make some money out of it, you need to start buying this and grow those plants, right? Because those plants are giving you more of those tokens. Then what you can do also, you can go and upgrade your farm. And if you upgrade your farm, because on this plot you cannot, I think you can put only 6 of those plants, right? And if you upgrade it, you can do, I think, four more, something like that. I don't really know how much is it, because I was not planning to upgrade it anyway. But let me have a look. Farming weed. Every block with emissions distributed proportion to each player's share of network growth power. So the formula mirrors Bitcoin mining logic, but swaps hash power for farms. So this is the logic here. Halving schedule. They're gonna be halving that in a couple of days anyway, because that's what they actually took from the Bitcoins. And Mr. Seedbag farming upgrades. So farms can be upgraded using with token, but each upgrade comes with 24-hour cooldown before the next one can be applied. Obviously, you don't want everyone just start upgrading like dozens of those farms simultaneously, because that will make this coin really going down in value. Okay, like inflation will kick in very very shortly, right? So farm upgrades unlock new gameplay benefits such as increased farm capacity, access to rare seeds, enhanced economic efficiency. Okay, so enhanced economic efficiency. Okay, once you upgrade it, okay, this farming calculator, it actually gives you more power, right? So the only way you can actually go ahead and really make some really, some profits out of that. Okay, you need to buy some of those packets, and also, they actually recommend you. I like not saying I'm recommending. Okay, I'm not going to buy it anyway, but if you upgrade it, there is more potential for you to create more of those with tokens. So if you create more of those with tokens, okay, you can always go and you obviously trade them, right? But this is in a nutshell. I think that the total cap of those tokens is 25 million. I think so. It's hard because they're not actually showing you those numbers here. Like I would love to see the really proper white paper. Okay, when I can see the numbers, I can crush those numbers and see and explain it to you guys in details. I think I saw somewhere there on the on their X, that someone was commenting, and that's how I actually got those informations. I think there was a 25 million total supply of those tokens, something like that. Anyway, the guys, they trying to fight inflation here, okay, because obviously once the people will start actually do this, right, more and more often will create those farms, will create those tokens. They obviously want to cash out. That's normal, right? That's also what I'll be doing, right? So if everyone suddenly will start cashing out, okay, the value of this token will significantly drop, okay? So that's why they making those halvings, okay? So next halving in 4 days, okay? Plus there is a top of I think maximum supply, as I said, 25 million. You need to go and check. I don't remember. But anyway, so what next, okay? Since last night I got this 206 because again I actually topped this up by another packet 150. Okay, this thing dropped from 1,300, okay, 245 once after my second top up to 845. So that should be per day. Okay, obviously it won't be. Okay, so let's say that 845 per day times, let's say that, let's go 0.3. Okay, so that will be 253. Remember, I spent 233 on it. Okay, so if that will last, right, and if the price will range around 30, okay, so let's say that this is support here, and it looks like a strong support anyway. Okay, around this level here, like around 30. So I'll be breaking even. Okay, remember, I supposed to make like triple or at least double it in 24 hours, which I haven't done so because I think the inflation really kicked in, and previous people were just buying in and were just getting more advantage because they were upgrading and buying more package and everything else, and more people joined in. So for the price not to crash completely down to zero, they had to introduce those type of mechanics here. Okay. So, guys, this is a standard example of those type of play to earn games. Earlier you are in, invest in those. If you invest in those type of packages, those type of features, okay, you obviously have a better chance to make really good money out of that. The remaining people who actually join later, there's less and less chances of making money. Okay. So at this stage, I'll be happy if I'll break even here. Okay, so I have got two options. Okay, I could go and buy another packet for 150. Okay, I can claim that. I could buy another packet. I wouldn't be spending any more soul for it. Okay, because I only spent one soul and that's it. Okay, and now 1.07, so something like that. So now I can only claim it and buy it from whatever it's been here. Okay, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Okay, because this price, the good thing now, let's go into positives. Okay, this price is holding very, very nicely. Okay, so I like this the information that this price is not crashing down. Okay, and there's market cap of 34.8. Okay, there's still number of buyers are coming in. Okay, which is a good news, right? That's what we want to see it, right? So like we first and foremost, okay, let's go see. Okay, it's a standard coin, right? You can see the parabolic pump, okay, and sharp retrace, okay, very sharp retrace, all right, and and then multi-sessions consolidations are coming here, okay. So in the short term, momentum has flipped mildly from bullish, right? Okay, and so I think it's a standard coin, right, guys? This is something which is happening hundreds and if not thousands times a day, every day when it comes to the meme coins, okay. So yeah, as I said, like it's a classic parabolic advance, okay? Strong green candles and large volumes up to the peak, okay? The large wick at the peak indicates heavy supply profit taken. So okay, so there we go. Now people are start taking profits, okay? Then we got a correction, okay? Rapid decline after the peak, followed by the series of lower highs and lower lows in base. That's the distribution or panic leg, okay? That's what the people are also calling, right? And we are now in the current phase, which is consolidation, okay? So the thing is that there is a consolidation here with lower volatility, okay, versus the spike, okay? So price is forming a base and attempting a short-term push higher, okay? So that makes the structure neutral to cautiously bullish. If buyers can push and hold price above the short, medium time frame, okay, and upper band with volume, okay. So this is very important. We got this consolidation here. It looks good, okay. I like this consolidation. People on Axiom. Let's go quickly to Dextrin. Dextrin was paid. Okay, we got this market cap here, volume. Still volume is high, okay, liquidity, market maker, like a maker's transaction 13,100, okay, so there's still something going on here, you know, people are interested in this project, okay. I'm not saying how many of those people are interested, like the net buyers, okay, you got a net buyers in the last 24 hours, okay, 12,300, okay, which is in green, okay, so you got a 56% buy, okay, which is positive, right? Means that the money is still flowing inside this project. That's why this price hasn't dropped, right? Okay. Now, question is, how many of those people actually are people who actually playing the game, and how many of those people are actually people who actually do what you call it? They're just simply trading this token, like any other token out there. Okay. So I think that there's still a possibility of making money out of this one. Okay. I'm not hoping for major amount of profits. Okay, I'll be happy if I break even, okay, with the position I have right now. Okay, however, because I still feel bullish regarding this this chart. Okay, I'm looking, if this chart, let's say, look, let's be honest, okay, we are past the time where there was a new thing, people will start pumping in, right? No, we passed that, okay. Then suddenly people will start taking profits, natural. If I would be awake at this time, or I had some more tokens, I would definitely be doing the same thing, right? Now we are in a consolidation. In consolidation stage, we got a couple of things, right? After the consolidation, we might see the huge jump, okay. We might see it. It's not guaranteed, obviously. While having those tokens, okay, behind your belt, that will be a positive, because you can actually do some profit takings here. That's probably what I'll be doing, okay. Now the question is, shall I wait for this to happen? I will see, okay. Probably I'll be doing some, you know, DCAs, like basically like I'll be trying to take my profits slowly but surely, okay. So I won't at least break even here, because I decided not to go and jump in more buys or upgrades, okay, guys. I'm not saying that you need to do the same, okay. I'm just creating this video to give you some sort of heads up what's happened since yesterday. My fault, that's it. And you do whatever you want to do your own research, guys. Everything is here risky. I'm not saying that it's gonna go to zero, but I'm also not saying that it's gonna repeat itself and go to 80 cents, right? Which would be nice, okay. But the other thing is, you need to remember that this is a gaming, right? Gamings are very popular, okay? And like they say here, Let's see. Right, 20 million plus volume in 24 hours. Okay, still peanuts. Solana gaming super cycle just waking up. Okay, there is a potential that there is a that the gaming cycle is actually on the horizon. Okay, and then if that's the case, the price might really increase here. Okay, which is obviously not a guarantee, guys. Not a guarantee. All right. So I think that's all what I want to cover in this video. Okay, it was a pretty long one, but I hope I explained everything what I know about this project. Okay, and you can see my example how it works, how it's a work in progress basically. Okay. So yeah, that's it. So guys, if you have any questions, leave it down below. If you like it, please hit the like button, and if you can subscribe to my channel, it will be much appreciated. Thank you very much.